Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very special guest with us, all the way from someplace south of
Florida.
in Florida, where they're having a heat wave down there. It must be at least 70 degrees, and we're
Um, Almost.
and we're having a cold spell over here of like below 30. So it's like it's all relative though. But anyway, Jay's with us today. Jaybird's with us today, and we want to have a nice conversation about mastery, self mastery. So welcome, Jaybird. How you doing today?
Thank you. I'm doing well. I'm happy to be here today.
Outstanding, outstanding. And I really appreciate you for coming on and sharing your wisdom. So tell us, who is this Jaybird? What's that all about?
Well, I am a spiritual entrepreneur. You know, I believe in people taking control of themselves and
Okay.
people. Go ahead.
I said, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I believe in people taking control of themselves, their lives, their thoughts, so that they can master their life, become the master of their life. And that's what I share with people. Part of what I
Okay.
share with people because I believe in people. It was once upon a time where I didn't believe in myself. So I know those feelings. I know those feelings. I would let life happen to me
Hmm.
instead of life happening for me. I would think life was happening to me, but I had to come to some realizations and realize that I am in control of my life. So everything that happens is a result of something I did, you
Okay.
know.
So you just said that at one time you did not you thought that life was happening to you. Is that what you said?
Yes.
And how'd that feel? What was that like?
It felt terrible. I mean, it felt really terrible. I mean, I would let people talk to me any kind of way. I would just allow people to run all over me. And if someone said something I didn't like, I wouldn't respond. I wouldn't say anything. I just take it and absorb it. And oh,
Oh my God.
no worries.
So like, for example, give us an example of like what people would say to you that would you would ignore.
Well, I mean, the tone of their voice, like, let's just say, for example, I was in a previous relationship and this person was controlling.
Hmm.
And so, they would tell me that, you know, you need to stop, like if I'm at a party or something, you need to stop drinking, or you need to do this, you need to do that. And I was like, even though I wanted to say something back, I
Hmm.
didn't. I held it all in
Hmm.
because I'm like, well, maybe they're right. My I don't matter, my thoughts, how I feel doesn't matter.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I would accept what they would tell me as my truth when it was something that didn't sit right with me.
So how did that come about? How did you get to a point where you felt that someone else's truth was your truth?
Can you repeat that question one more time for
In
me?
other words, like at the party, your associate said you should stop drinking, and you did not respond. You said, "Well, maybe I should stop drinking." How did you come to that conclusion, to that cognizance that perhaps this other person knows more about me than I do?
Because I wasn't confident in myself,
Hmm.
and that was all from a result of growing up in a household where people would tell me, you know, you know, this is how it is. So you need to follow what I say. And so all of that stuff, I felt as though I was pretty weak as a child as far as just allowing people and their thoughts and their feelings to affect me.
Hmm.
And so I was no longer in control of my own thoughts. I would take on other people's thoughts and what they wanted me to do. And so I would do that, but it didn't feel good to me. So,
Right, right. I can imagine it wouldn't.
right.
So when did the change take place? What happened?
My change started taking place about 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty recent.
Yeah,
But
right,
about
right, right.
but about 5 years ago, I started digging more into personal development, reading a lot of uh, s- um, spiritual readings. I would go to a spiritual center, and I started to realize, wow, I have been brainwashed all these years.
Really?
It's time for me to unlearn all the stuff that I've been taught, all the stuff that I've been learning, and learn something new that resonates with me, that feels good to me.
Right, right.
Because that's what it's all about. Taking on somebody else's thoughts, feelings, or whatever, if it doesn't resonate with me, then it's not going to make me feel good about myself or about anything else. So I had to start doing things that resonated with me. I had to start doing things that I found was truthful. So, excuse me. So about 5 years ago, I started on my journey, and I haven't looked back since. It was like so eye-opening to me that I was like, I've been missing this all these years. I've been going through life with blinders on.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and that's the way I felt, and it was like a whole world opened up, a whole new world opened up to me, and
And
I could see things so much differently and so much clearer.
so is that where the ladybird comes from? Jaybird?
Jaybird,
Yeah.
no, Jaybird came. Whoo, Jaybird came about 20 years ago.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I
What
was.
about
Yeah,
Jaybird?
yeah. A friend of mine. I used to be an auto mechanic. And so a friend of mine that I work with started calling me Jaybird out the blue, and that just stuck with me. So I just kept it.
So wait. You were an auto mechanic,
Yes.
and how did you get into be an auto mechanic?
Oh man. Well, my I got a family full of techie mechanic folks. My father was a mechanic, my uncle was a mechanic, my brother was a mechanic. And growing up, I used to sit and watch them fix on cars, and I was like, I want to do that. I
Uh-huh,
want to
uh-huh.
do that.
Right.
And so eventually I did. I went into the military, became a diesel mechanic.
Oh, great.
I did that for 3 years, and then I came out and got a job as an apprentice as an automotive mechanic. So everything was learned on the job. So I really loved it. It was part of my passion.
So now you were in the service. What branch of service were you in?
Navy.
In the Navy. You on aboard a ship or you on land?
No, I was on land, Hawaii for 3 years.
Hawaii? Get out of
Yep.
here, man. I went to school in Hawaii. I
Uh,
went to the University of Hawaii.
really?
Yeah, in
Oh,
Manoa.
awesome.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
I know where you hang out. I know where you hang.
Yeah, it was awesome out there. I loved it. But I was young back in those days, and right when my term was off, they was like, "Well, it's possible you could go to a ship," and I was like,
Nah,
No, I'm getting out." You know,
man, what a plum duty, man.
I know. I didn't really want to go to a ship, so I was like, yeah. But however, today I feel like, maybe I should have stayed in for a little while. I could have traveled a little more. So I have, but I respect my decision that I made back then. But I look at it in retrospect, said maybe I should have, because I could have been retired right now. You know,
Yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
exactly. And see, those shoulda, woulda, couldas would get you in trouble.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Meaning, I mean, we always look at things in retrospect, and we's like, I should have did this, I should have done that, or this would have happened. It just brings up too much confusion, too much
Hmm.
turmoil inside of us of what we should have done. When, I mean, yeah, maybe we should have done it, but we didn't. So let's just accept what I say, accept our decision and move on. Whatever happens, we take whatever happens after that. And that's what I've learned. I can't dwell on, all the things that happened in the past, or what I should have done or could have happened. That's just the approach that I take with life now.
So that approach sounds like one of the tenets of self mastery, isn't it?
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
so now the self mastery. Well, what does that mean to you, self mastery?
I mean, basically, It means being able to be yourself, be true to yourself, and be able to, you know, make decisions based on what feels good to you. Um, it's about having a life of freedom. And true freedom means being able to not worry about what other people think, not worry about, you know, what the future may hold because of the decisions that you made, but being accountable for your actions and your decisions and your thoughts, and taking control of all of those things, and and being able to master your life.
So for okay, that's that's lot of words.
Yeah.
And so, could you just give us a excuse me, a glimpse of what your day is like? What's your mastery process?
What's my mastery process? Well, when I get up in the morning, you know, I take a few minutes before my feet hit the ground, and I just say thank you. I'm showing gratitude every morning because I'm thankful for it. So I meditate for a few minutes before getting out of bed so that I can have a great start to my day. And then I just go about my day, and I'm always thinking these good things. I try to, because with doubt and everything comes in, you have a difficult time doing that.
Right.
But I try to remain positive. I try to look at all the good things in life. I try not to um, stay too much on the negative things that happen, because I can't do anything about that. You
Right.
know, I can, I drive for solutions during my day.
Okay.
It, that's what it is. That's how my day goes, and I'm always out here, serving people and trying to help people
What do you mean by
because
serving people? What does that mean?